sun, that's gold, that's 360. That's the symbol of my organization, and you don't have to know what it is. But what did we say on the bottom is out of the darkness into the light. And we shows the other powers who claim their degrees and show you they're still in the darkness. Only that light of 360 will allow you to see where you're going and tell other people how to follow that light. You know, it was no accident that the ancestors in Kemet and many other spaces in Africa used the sun as their symbol of the divine. Young lady with the brown on, you've been taking good notes. I like a note taker because I'm a note taker. You ever ate collard greens?
Yes.
Ate some salad?
Yes, I love vegetables.
Go ahead. I love vegetables. Ate some fruits.
Yes, I'm a fruit vegetarian.
And you and I know that all we do, you ever ate any carrots?
Yes.
Some peas?
Yes.
Okay. You know what those things are? They're simply factory for breaking down the radiation of the sun so you can use it in different organs in your body without burning your butt up. That's all they are. All you get from the school, the food you eat, is a certain configuration of sunlight. Ra, if I might say. You see? Because if you tried to take pure radiation in, what would it do? It will burn you up, right? So the radiation from the sun is absorbed by plants and animals and fruits and fowls, and then we ate them so that we can extract that form of radiation to fuel our cells. Because if you took a human body, and I said this 30 years ago, and you tried to power every cell in that body, it would take a nuclear power plant. And yet we power ourselves and we don't burn up. Now you can make a robot where the arm moves, but I'm talking about powering every one of the billions of cells. It would take a nuclear power plant. So how come we're not glowing? Because our sisters and brothers that we call plants and animals and birds and fish, they take that radiation and reformulate it for us so that it is usable without destroying us. Now in Yoruba, they call that radiation formulation orishas, powers of nature. All orisha means, there is no word in the Yoruba language called orisha God until modern times, because that's what the white man does. They are forces of nature. The Loas are forces of nature. That's the voodoo, Haiti version of voodoo. Haiti ain't the only version of voodoo. That's just a version of voodoo. Voodoo meant before it had Haiti simply the divine creator sustainer. In the language of the airway people, in the language of the Fan people, voodoo means God the divine, as manifest in nature. Not just God the divine, but as it is manifested in nature. You understand? Now, they're like in the airway, if they want to say God in you, they say voodoo zah, mean the God in me. If they wanted to say God in nature, they say voodoo daha. But if they wanted to say God supreme, they say sogbe lisa, meaning every and all things at once. So it isn't so much important that you remember sogbe lisa. What is important that you remember is that what they meant was every and all things at once. So whatever language you're making the reference in, you're using the words in that language to encompass the concept of every and all things at once. That's what they were calling the divine. That includes you. You understand? And everything else in nature. The reason we have, like the voodoo, thank you, my brother, because I'm going to show some of the books in a minute. The voodoo in Haiti frightened the white man. Why? Because they'd taken a lot away from us when we came to the Americas. They didn't capture a bunch of priests and said, we're going to take these priests. They did get a few priests, but in most cases, the priests and the others, the higher ranking people, they were either killed defending our villages or they had the wherewithal to get to safety. Normally, the people that got captured was the masses. As in most cases, we were the soldiers and we were the workers in the fields. So we were the ones with less likely to be able to escape because we have neither the wealth nor the power in society to do it. You understand what I'm saying? So the people who get captured is the masses, but the way Africa worked, most of the masses had the same body of knowledge that the priesthood had. It's just that the body of knowledge was so varied that one priest or priestess could encompass it. So you had to break it down into a Shango and an Ogun and an Ochasi, because no one person could encompass the total body of wisdom necessary for society to organize and run itself effectively. So you break it down into pieces so that different members of the society have a piece of the body wisdom, which also kept any one person from dominating the society. And collectively, then, they administer that wisdom to those in the society who didn't have time to do that study. Because if I'm working in the field, producing the wheat and barley, I don't have time to be no priest. You understand? If I'm the fisherman, bringing in the catch so you can get protein in your diet, I don't have time to be the priest. But somebody got to be the priest because the fisherman got to understand the same wisdom that the farmer needs to understand. So we take care then of those people who take the time to get that wisdom so that they can share it with us, so we can use that wisdom to guide our daily lives, to provide food, clothing, shelter, safety, and security for our family based on what we call ma'at, truth, justice, righteousness, harmony, balance, and reciprocity. It doesn't matter what language you say it in, it means the same thing. Whether you can capitalize it in one word like we did in Kemet, or we've got to use 8 or 9 words as we have to do in English. But we are talking fundamentally about a concept of how human beings, thank you brother, are able to imitate the divine reality in their social ecology. Because that's what we're doing. Once we understand the divine imperative, then our job is to institute that in our relationships as a collective. That's what Ma'at is. That's what Iawapile is in the Yoruba. That's what Omanele is in the Igbo. Harmony and balance within and without. But that is part of the body wisdom that comes from your ancestors. One of the problems with religions, when it's not your religion, then you're carrying out the body wisdom of somebody else's ancestors. When in most cases, that body wisdom was designed to murder you and your personage. So if you carry it out, you now engage in murdering the very essence in you that will produce the food, clothing, shelter, safety, and a collective for you and your kind. Most of the fights in our community, I remember when I first came to the city and I hooked up with Malcolm's people and I became a Muslim, I would have shot Brother Gittins had I seen him then. I would have took him out like a fly on the wall because I was a soldier of OAAU. My job was to kill him. It's just the blessing of God. We live, and he's my father now, I'm his son, and we know each other differently. But and he was a Muslim and I was a Muslim. Yes. So if we both Muslim, why was we trying to kill one another? You understand what I'm saying? So these religions supposed to do one thing, but our history told us and showed us it did something completely contrary. I grew up in a place called Georgetown County, South Carolina, Acadia Plantation, back up in the woods by the river. We had a Baptist church, St. Anne's Baptist. Used to be the old slave hospital. And after the Civil War, they turned it into, they took the bricks from the old rice mill chimneys and put it to create this church and a school called St. Anne Baptist School, where I went from 1st grade to 7th grade. One teacher in one classroom, half the size of this room, right? So we didn't speak to the Methodists from the other village. We were both Christians, but they was Methodists and we was Baptists, so we didn't associate. And don't be a Seventh-day Adventist or Pentecost, because we didn't even think about you, but we all Christian. So now the black community in South Carolina, all come from Africa, all chopped up and divided by the dominations of a white ideology around so-called spirituality that didn't do nothing.